It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the New York Mets. Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. We're looking forward to what's sure to be a dramatic Game 3, Chris.
Well, when a team starts a series on the road and comes away with a split in the first 2 games, they've essentially taken over home field advantage. So the last thing these guys want to do now is give it right back by dropping this one. And these fans know that just as much as the players.
And the atmosphere here is electric. And this figures to be about as intense as postseason baseball gets. It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3. And we'll be back in a minute to get it started. So just about set now. And towing the slab here, Tyler McGill.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. And he's right. He's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents. Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
We go to the bottom of the first. This is Bryce Terang.
Terang.
A former Gold Glove winner, 25 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Up the middle, Volpe. Sends it to first. One up, one down.
Batting second, but doesn't need a hit. Jesse Winker.
Here's Jesse Winker. Winker with a homer in his last game. One out, base is empty. He swings and fouls one off. Foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. And that one fouled off.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Good job to fight that one off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Mets go down quickly. Scoreless after 1. It's game 3 of the National League Championship Series. And stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso.
Well, Boog, it didn't take very long for Alonso to set the home run record here at Citi Field. He passed Lucas Duda for the top spot in June of 2023.
And takes low for ball 1. Nothing like postseason baseball. There's a buzz in the air. Every pitch seems bigger. It's truly special.
There really is a different feel to the postseason. I only got 5 games of postseason action in my playing career, but I treasured each of them.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And there's 1 down.
Batting 6, the shortstop, Francisco.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. We talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range. And
Lindor retired.
when you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
And now it's Mark Vientos. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Down in order go the Mets. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back here in Queens, bottom of the inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. And that one is downstairs. 1-0. And misses. It's a strikeout.
Finished him off by blowing it by him up high, but they did a really nice job of setting that pitch up. The plan of attack early on was to keep everything down around the knees, so that was a good call to change his eye level and run it by him for the K.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. And that's a fair ball. Runner on at first with 1 gone. And now it's Jose Siri. Sidney, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
And a foul ball.
There's one guy that I can think about, Berg, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Runner on the move. In there for strike 3. Throw, save!
The batter, number 2, second baseman.
And next for the Mets, Bryce Terang. Grounded out his first time. And that one fouled off. Man at second. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Foul ball, still 0-2. And misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Bottom 4, and now the Mets DH, Jesse Winker.
Jesse Winker.
Winker, a former All-Star, 31 years old, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. Way out front for strike 2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Strikes him out for the second time today.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters. That's
7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Now fly ball to right center. Palacios sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Up next to the Mets, the first
2
baseman.
outs, base is empty. Here's Pete Alonso. He's 0 for 1. In there at the knees.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
On the ground to the left, but it kicks foul. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Hit in the air, left field. Reynolds snags it, and that's the 3rd out. Offense held in check there. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Pirates 4 and the Mets nothing. It's game 3 of the National League Championship Series. And stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. And there's a foul ball.
Well, these Mets just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Next pitch is downstairs. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
Vientos now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
2 down, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. There's the strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here in Game 3 of the NLCS. And a swing and a miss.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Throws from his knees, and they get the out.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. And now, Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 strike.
Just missed. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And well, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Siri stands in now and watches strike 1. And a big swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Got him swinging.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
So the lineup flips over. Bryce Turang up now for the Mets. Fastball for a strike.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
2 outs. Swing and a miss.
You know, Bruce, every team has a hitter's meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Close, but call the ball. 1-2 to count. Swings through it for the K. And he strikes out the side for the 3rd time today. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Pirates 4 and the Mets nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Winker.
good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
And he hits a ground ball right side. And Winker is set down.
Oh, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Juan Soto now 0 for 2 in this one. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the late stages of game 3. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 13 strikeouts now. He's putting together an impressive outing. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Strike 1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 3 of the NLCS. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
One, 2 now. Swings and misses. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for the Mets. They're down 4-0.
Now pitching for
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, David Bednar.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters. Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.